Hey guys, it's operations time again. We're going to continue where we left off in the last video, which is we were running our little SP train out here to, what is it, Cerritos and La Mirada, and we were switching with our Caboose over here. So let's just kind of level set over here. We did one industry in the past, their video there, and we've got two more to go here. So taking a look at our car cards, you can see we got two box cars for Southern Wine, and then two tank cars going down to Titan Transfer, which is where the camera is sitting right now. So let's get fired up and keep on going over here. I'll pick the camera up and I will try to keep the shaking to a minimum as always. But here's our train. Let me put this down over here. We'll get fired back up. All right, looking good. So, Southern Wine is down over here. This industry in the background right there now. If I take a look at my car cards down here, we are picking up that hopper and box car, and then we also have athearn over here where you can see it says West Colton. That means we're picking up that guy right there too. No drop-offs. But the drop-offs we have for Southern Wine are these two first box cars there, the yellow rail box and the red Norfolk Southern. I'm going to call it red because it's a little bit more reddish than brown. But we got to kind of figure out what we're going to be doing here with the Caboose. And I kind of, well, as usual, I don't think too much about what I'm doing. I just go ahead and do it. But I did think just a little bit over here. And if we kind of step forward a little bit, you can see our two tank cars over there in the middle of our train. They're going to be going down here. But I got to kind of do a little bit of explaining here because it may not make sense if you're not familiar with the layout and my sort of philosophy here. But we got to come down this little section through the wooded area here. And in my world, the industries down here that get serviced along the fascia, like Titan Transfer and the ones kind of back behind us over here along the fascia, they're sort of geographically separated from all of the industries that are in the background right there. And this little, you know, I don't know, 2-3 foot section of track running through here sort of signifies, well, several miles, you know. That's what we do over here with compression and trying to kind of, make the layout a little bit bigger. So taking that into account, you know, you could say, well, we could just, kind of back up and pull through here and then just kind of shove back into the industry. But we can't do that, right? Meaning, well, you'll see what I say. We'll get to it once we finish these industries over here. But suffice it to say, we're going to have an extra runaround because we want the locomotive to come down here first with the Caboose in the background. But the way we're going to switch the industries in the background over here, we got to do another runaround to be shoving, cars in and out of Southern Wine over here and athearn. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to back up and we're actually going to drop our Caboose off because this is, some of the fun over here. Let me get the brakes off. And, wrong light. Okay, there we go. I'm still putzing around with my light. I keep thinking that this locomotive has like the, what do you call it? Is it what did SP call it? The gyro light or whatever it is. It only has it on the front. And I keep pushing the wrong button over there. But, all right, enough babbling. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we are going to drop off our Caboose a little bit farther down the track over here. Because then we got to do a runaround, do our switching at Southern Wine, and then we got to pick up the Caboose again. Oh, I think right there is good. Right over here by the, hey look, it's Benjamin and Engineer Rick. They got their own coffee cup. All right. I know this may be kind of complicated, but it all makes sense in the end here. And again, my Caboose here is the lighted one without the sounds. Oh boy, and the horrible couplers. I still got to do that. Get some KDs on there. Okay. All right. So now we pull forward a little bit. Let's put the camera down right here. We'll pull the rest of the guys forward, and then we'll do a runaround, get on the back side of this train with the hoppers there in the back, that we picked up in the last video. And then we can shove into our Southern Wine and athearn, do all that stuff, before we got to come back around and pick all the rest of the train down to come down through the wooded area. All right, right there is good. Let's stop right there. We'll disconnect. We'll get our runaround done. Now, I'm sure there's all sorts of different ways of doing this, but you know, we just do it as best we can over here. This is the way I figured it in the 90 seconds I put thought into it. Let's see, get my horn going here. And yes, one of these days I will get those lights flashing for the crossing. Right there is good. Now let's see, what's new since the last video? Well, I know I mentioned before that my engine driver app that I'm using here, I had to downgrade it to the prior version because I was having an issue with what was the latest version, but I know they've got another one out right now. And I remember because somebody mentioned it, that the version that I was on, which was a couple weeks ago, had an issue with the functions. So that's what it was. I remember when I was trying to, hit the function buttons like the lights and stuff like that, I was getting a syntax error. But somebody noted that they were aware of that, and they put out a new version, I think, for it. So I'll have to download that to see how it works. But I'm kind of the opinion, and I'm a former IT guy, now retired, but I was a systems engineer. I was not a programmer. And what that means is that I know enough about programming to know that I don't want to do it. And I know how it kind of works. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna, well, what I'm getting at is I kind of like, if it ain't, I like the motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? So I might just stay on the version I'm on, All right, we'll keep on shoving back here, or I should say backing up, and then we're gonna start shoving these cars. But yeah, the older I've gotten, the more I'm kind of like, I don't want to screw around with stuff. If it's working, it's working. I'm not going to change it. All right, there we go. Now we've got our caboose staged kind of back there, ready to roll. And we're going to come up to our line of cars here. And let me give you a better view here a little bit. Well, that ain't a very good view, isn't it? I know I said I was going to put my camera on my tripod here, but it's just so much easier to do it handheld. All right, let's see, right about there is good. I think I'm getting a little better though with my buttons on my engine driver there. Okay, let's kind of level set over here. So what we're doing, we're going to go into these two industries, athearn in the background there and Southern Wine. We're going to grab those three cars, and then we're going to drop these two guys off at Southern Wine. Nothing's going into athearn, right? I think this makes sense. Should we cut off the two cars and go grab our pickups first? or should we just go get our pickups first? I think it doesn't make any difference. So let's just grab all the cars, get them out of the way. So we're gonna back up again over here. We'll probably run into our caboose, I just realized, because yeah, we will. Because I did not leave enough, or I didn't shove this guy farther enough back. That's all right. Should we shove him, or should we fat finger it? I think we're gonna fat finger it, since I got coffee cups and everything else over here. We'll make believe like we shoved this guy back a little ways. I got about one more car to go. And right there is good. All right, let's get back up here towards the action. I'm gonna place you down over here. And you can see our cars way back there. Now I don't know how this would work in the real world, but you know, with the caboose, but I'm learning. You know, because we kind of left the caboose way the heck out over there. It's almost like a little spoiler or something. You would think the caboose kind of would want to be out here someplace, you know, so it can work all these cars that we're doing here. I'll have to kind of rethink this little section, but that's the beauty of, that is the beauty of kind of trying something new. You got to kind of figure it out again. All right, let's slow down. We'll grab that car and get the last hopper back there. There we go. Yeah, you would think I want to have the caboose kind of over here instead, but that would probably mean having a, I don't know. Well, every industry is different, and every sort of location on the layout will work a little bit different. So, you know, we're learning as we go over here. We'll pull all these guys out. We'll drop off our 3 pickups right there, the last 3 cars. I'm gonna go sip some coffee. We might run into our caboose back there anyway. Hey, look at that, it's out of our way. All right, 2 more cars to go. And 1 more car. Right there's good. Yeah, I don't think you can see it over there, but I have been pushing my caboose farther and farther and farther, and he's way over here. Yeah, I think next time around here, I'll give it a look. Yes, I know, Benjamin. Next time around, I will give it a little bit more thought so that we somehow leave our caboose someplace down here. It might mean quite a bit more work, though. I know, I'm a little late on the horn there. And about 1 more car to go here. So one little section of track right here that I don't have a painted painted tie to indicate where I'm at the kind of clear point there, so I'm not following the spur going into the industries. Ooh, come on. There we go. All right. Pull all those guys back. Let me give you a little better view here. Well, kind of. Through the trees. Ooh, right there's good. Right there is good, Engineer Rick. Slow it down. Brakes. Help if I take the brake off here again. Alright, we'll shove these two boxcars into their spot at Southern Wine, and then we can try to figure out what we're going to do with these two tank cars heading down here. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good week. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to post this. It's, what is it? It's Wednesday morning when I'm recording this. It's been a little rainy over here in Southern California. I still got a little bit of the crud from my travels. Then again, usually over here in Southern California in the springtime, I get the allergies anyway. I wonder if I could prop my camera down here on the building. There we go. I lost my skewer here. I gotta line these guys up with the doors. Oop, not yet. A little bit more. Ooh, right there. There you go. Alright, we'll disconnect the first one, which is just off camera. I can tell I gotta tighten up that car's wheels there. Trucks a little bit, I mean. He's a little wobbly. Alright, reverse. We pull that Norfolk Southern out towards the door. Right there. Anyway, yeah, it's been a little rainy over here in Southern California. Been cool. Only in the 50s or so. Oh boy, now what? Okay, so now, yeah, so there we go. We'll just pull out of the industry over here, and then you'll get the idea of what I was saying about having to come down through the woods here. I think, if I can figure it out. All right, right there, let's stop right there. Let's adjust the camera, close the turnout. All right, so we've got all that done. Let's take care of our car cards. So our two Southern Wine, I'm gonna put them in their spot over here. Now these are just temporary. I just have a piece of cardstock or whatever that I just folded over and taped on here. And the cards tend to flop around in here, but let's see here. We picked up all three of those guys and we drop off our Southern Wine here. I'm gonna make nice little card boxes there. It's hard to get the, what are the Micro Mart ones? I think they're kind of like out of, I don't know if they're discontinuing that kind of stuff, I heard. And so their card boxes are kind of out of stock if you go to their website. All right, so we got all these pickups. We just got to do our two tank cars. Now, you could say that, well, we just do a run around and grab all the cars and run down here, or we could just kind of shove back here through the woods. But we got the caboose on the wrong side. And the whole point is that, like I said, this little section of track signifies several miles between the industries in the background and this industries in the foreground. So the way we want to run through the wooded area is locomotive first, caboose in the background, you know what I mean? And now we're kind of like, oh my goodness. We're just all over the place over here. I don't know what to do. Let me think about this a second. Yeah, I'm gonna pause and think. Okay, I thought about it, and you guys still haven't come up with a halfway decent plan, so we're gonna wing it over here. Let's put all our cars together, do a runaround, grab all of them, grab our caboose, head down through the woods, and then we'll figure out what's going on. Although we got a lot of cars here, and I don't know if we're gonna fit, so we'll have to kind of figure out how this is gonna work. Ooh, right there's good. All right, let's disconnect the locomotive, get our runaround done. I don't know, this ain't the prettiest little operation here with this caboose. But like I said, we're just learning, so, you know. I mean, this is kind of technically only like the sort of second time I'm running with a caboose. Now I know if we had the caboose kind of going down here forward, you know, it sort of acts as a, what do you call it, a shoving platform, that sort of thing. So that's an option too, at least in the future operations over here. We could technically shove down through the wooded area with the caboose going forward, but I know, Ben, I'm gonna figure it out, don't worry. Yeah, let's notch it up over here. We haven't had any bell yet. And we gotta change our track. Yeah, there's a little break outside from the rain, and Benjamin is sitting outside barking at everything that goes by. I'm gonna stop over here. Oh my goodness, Benjamin. So I think we're just going to put all this together, and then we'll call that video part 2. We're going to have to do the tanks in part 3. Right there's good. Because we don't want this to be too long. I do love running this GP9. It's probably, well, I won't say yet. It's not yet my favorite locomotive I have, but it's in the running. It's in the top 3. All right, we got those cars. Now we just got to shove all the way back there and grab our caboose. Oops, forgot the horn. Yeah, so far this doesn't kind of make sense, having the caboose over there, because, you know, right now, whoop, stop, brake. We screwed up already. Uh-oh, I forgot to change that turnout. Let me fix that. Okay, nothing to see here. We did not run through that turnout. And just like Burr Stewart says, it's a reality model railroading here. Anyway, yeah, I think in the future, we'll definitely have to have the caboose kind of up more towards where the action is right there. Because right now, the guys are hanging on to the back of this hopper just to get back to the caboose here. And we are kind of limited in space here. Maybe I was a little bit too aggressive in thinking I could do like 3 industries here. Let's just make sure we got that caboose hooked up over here. It's got the default couplers there, or the, you know, original couplers, I should say. All right, there we go. We got everything set. Oh, what was I going to say there? Yeah, so, you know, we are kind of space constrained over here. So even though we're way out over here, we're actually on the caboose and all those cars. That's still the yard lead right there. You know, that goes through there and back around to the yard. So, but, you know, what are you going to do? I only got 6 feet right there. All right, let's get these turnouts set up over here in advance a little bit. We'll go forward. We'll run down into the wooded area over here and call it a day. Wow. And then the next video, what we got left here is just those 2 tank cars. We're picking up 1 tank car over there at Titan, and we're dropping those other 2 off. But we're gonna have to kind of figure out what we're doing over here. All right, guys. We're probably gonna stop over here, and then we will continue in the next part. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, you'll miss me screwing up the next part, huh? All right, guys, till next time, take care. Okay, I just had to get Ben over here on the video. Right, Ben? You're always so serious on these videos. You were out there barking, and now he's back on the couch watching train videos. Right? He's a good boy. Who's the goodest boy? All right, say bye-bye, Ben. And then we're gonna go someplace, huh? Anyway, take care, guys.